At 5:15 in the morning, a layer of frost silvered the fields outside Cedar Ridge. The bus stop at Willow Creek Road was nothing more than a splintered bench and a rusted sign. Every morning, 68-year-old Earl sat there, wrapped in the same flannel shirt, sipping from the same thermos of black coffee. He was wrapped in a silence that had settled deep into his bones ever since his wife Martha passed away last spring. After 45 years together, she had been his entire world. Now, his farm felt too big, the house too empty, and the future stretched out long and desolate. He came to this bench because it's where Martha used to wait for the mail bus every Tuesday. He liked to think that maybe, just maybe, she might still show up. One icy morning, a young girl sat beside him. She looked about 16, wearing a jacket too thin for the cold, her eyes tired beyond her years. She didn't say a word, just hugged a worn backpack like it held her last secret. After an hour of shared silence, she finally turned to him. "You wait here every day, too?" Earl simply nodded. "My wife," he said, his voice raspy. "She used to take the bus to town, for groceries, for library books, for no reason at all." The girl looked down at her feet. "I'm running away," she whispered. Earl didn't flinch. He just asked, "From what?" Her voice was barely audible. "From being the reason my mom cries. She works nights. I was supposed to watch my little brother, but I fell asleep. He got hurt." In that moment, Earl saw it. All the guilt, the shame, the crushing weight that no child should ever have to carry. He slowly unscrewed his thermos, poured some coffee into the cap, and handed it to her. Martha used to say, "Guilt is love with nowhere to go." You didn't mean for him to get hurt. The girl, Lily, took the cap with trembling hands. I don't know how to fix it." "You don't have to fix it alone," Earl replied gently. He didn't call the police. He didn't lecture her. He just sat with her as the sun began to rise. Two lost souls adrift in the same quiet sea of regret. When her bus finally arrived, she stood up slowly. "Thank you," she said, "for not looking at me like I'm broken." Earl handed her the entire thermos. "Keep it for the road." But Lily didn't get on the bus. Instead, she walked back to his old pickup truck. "Can I call my mom?" she asked. "From your phone." He drove her home and waited in the driveway as she ran inside. He watched from a distance as her mother, exhausted and tearful, pulled her into a hug that seemed to last forever. The next Tuesday, Lily was back at the bench. She wasn't running this time. She was just waiting. "Mom said I could come say thank you," she explained. Earl smiled, a real smile for the first time in a long time. Stay for coffee? She did, and she came back the next week and the week after that. Soon, she started helping him feed the chickens. He taught her how to mend fences. She told him about school, and he told her all about Martha's famous apple pie. One spring morning, Lily handed him a small potted plant. "A lilac," she said. "It was Martha's favorite, right?" He nodded, a lump forming in his throat. "How'd you know?" Lily's reply was soft. "You talk about her like she's still here." She paused, then added, "And she is." Now, every Tuesday, they sit together on that same bench, old farmer and a girl who once tried to run away. They sip coffee and watch the bus come and go, but neither of them ever needs to leave. Because sometimes the loneliest people don't need a grand rescue. They just need a quiet place to belong and someone to say, "Stay, you're safe here." And in that simple, profound truth, two broken hearts learned how to beat again. Thanks for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like and subscribe for more.